Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for an old style video. We are doing a get ready with me. I got a ton of new makeup from Ulta. Like it will be mostly a full face of new makeup. Yeah, and I've never used any of it. The only thing that was a repurchase was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. But other than that, everything is new to me. So I have we're in a different setting today. If you're like a regular watcher on my channel, you're gonna be like, where are you at, girl? We're in my kitchen today. I'm sitting at my my big island. So I brought my stuff out. So I have my mirror here, obviously. We are just going to get right into it. So to start, I have used this. This is their new packaging though, but this is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer. So I use like 2 pumps of this, and then this is still the old packaging for this one. I'm like so low. You can see how she's like squeezed out as much as I can almost. But they are sold out at Ulta because I couldn't get that. This is actually why I went and placed an Ulta order anyway, was because I needed more of this and it's sold out. But this is the Drunk Elephant like bronzing drops. So I usually just do 2 pumps and then 1 pump and get looking real ugly. I'm gonna tuck my baby hairs back in and then we just put it on. I feel like, well, this video you'll probably see before everything else that I have that I want to tell you guys about. So it's kind of hard because I'm not really sure what I can talk about on here yet. Just because I don't really know. I don't know, like I want to get this video out because I want content out for you guys. I have 3 to 4 videos like pre-scheduled. I just can't upload them yet until we get like final word on, like I just don't want to announce something like prematurely, so I'm kind of limited to what we can talk about. I am actually skipping primer today because I didn't bring any out with me. I don't usually use primer on a day-to-day anyway, but I truly just didn't bring any out with me. So we are just going to go in with our MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is my jam. I like this because I'm not a foundation wearer. I'm just gonna go about this while I'm talking to you. I'm not a fan of the way foundation looks on my skin. I have been using the Fit Me. Well, this is nothing written on it. I have another one in here too. Oh, here it is. The Fit Me Camo Concealer. And I use the shade Sand and whatever the shade lighter is usually. It's like 20 and 18, I think. Anyway, so I really like that. However, sometimes it's not full coverage enough. Like when I need a foundation, it just isn't enough. So that is where the Pro Longwear Concealer comes in. And I just put it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to pop her under the eyes, cover up that tiredness because we are there. Actually, I really need to self-tan my face. I don't have them out here. I have these amazing drops that you can put in your moisturizer that are so good. I usually do it once a week, which I have off like tonight and then I have tomorrow. And so I usually do it, like I'll do it tonight. So till I get to Thursdays, I'm usually looking a little bit dead because I have no color on my face. So that's fun. So I do like to use this with my finger too, but I quite like the look of just any makeup on my skin if I use a damp beauty sponge to kind of blend everything out. So under the eyes is looking much better. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more, like a half pump here. And where's she at? And my Morphe M173 brush, and I'm just going to pop her kind of everywhere that I need a little, oh, I'm getting another breakout. Everywhere that I need a little extra coverage. So this is what I do instead of doing foundation, because I don't like the look or the feeling of like foundation all over my skin. So I kind of just pop this everywhere that I need that little bit of extra coverage. And then whatever I have left on my hand from that half pump, just because I don't want to waste it, I'm just gonna. So I also haven't been putting anything on my, like the bridge of my nose lately. It's been getting like freckly and I'm not sure. I'm hoping they kind of last through the winter. I'm not sure. But I like the look of it. It gives me like they're cute little freckles and I don't want to cover them. So anyway, this one is the Morphe M439 foundation like buffing brush, which I love and use for everything. And I'm just doing my thing. You can see that I'm like tapping and that I'm not really swiping. We don't want to really move it from where we put it because this is what I would call like a spot conceal. So we kind of want it to stay pretty like stuck where we put it. We don't really want to move her too much. Also, sorry if that sign back there is annoying. I didn't really think about it. I was gonna take it off the wall and then I started filming the video and I am just now noticing because I haven't looked in the viewfinder too much of this video that sign is still back there. So that's okay. We are rolling with it. I'm gonna just go right under my eyes just to make sure everything matches. I'm not using it in this video, but I'm gonna put you guys on something for like your no makeup looks. Something super light coverage is this Tarte Colored Clay CC Under Eye Corrector. I'm obsessed with it. Just a little on your finger and just under your eyes. Like it looks like you don't have any makeup on, but it covers dark circles. If you have like the skin tone that you get dark circles easily, I 110% would recommend. It is amazing. So I'm just taking my damp beauty sponge just all over the face. Just one more time just to make sure everything is nice and blended. And there, I'm going to use, I don't know. Okay, so I have two things. I have the name dropping and tea spilling. I'm also a little ticked at her, not that she even knows who I am. But these are from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm a little salty. I don't know if you guys are like in on the drama there, but I don't know if you know of or follow Kaylin Nicholson. I absolutely love her. She is super down to earth and has a smaller scale compared to Jaclyn, smaller scale YouTube channel. And then she also has a platform called Koze, like Koze, and Jaclyn just came out with her new brand, which is like, I think it's like Be Cozy is what it is. Like it's Koze though, just like Kaylyn's was. And pretty much Kaylin is from Canada and like there was some trademark thing that she didn't trademark her name because she was a smaller scale anyway. And pretty much Jaclyn and her company came and like totally trampled on everything that she had built up and she has to completely rename her brand. So I'm a little salty at Jaclyn because I'm like, that's a small influencer. Like you should have a little bit more respect. It's a creative name, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It just kind of like, I'm like, no, that kind of stinks. Anyway, all that being said, I have two like setting things from her. So this is the Sheer Light powder, yeah, loose powder. And then this is the brightening setting palette. So I think I'm going to set with this. And I really probably, my concealer is light enough. I really probably wouldn't do any extra brightening. But I want to use them both. So we're going to do that. So we're gonna open this up. I will say I've never used this. The packaging seems a little excessive for what you are getting in it. Like it's pretty big and you can see like it's not, I don't know, it's just not quite what I was expecting. So I'm not really sure how. This is what I usually do. This is not the ideal packaging to do this with. Okay, so I'm going to blend out my under eye one more time. And then so I also got this Beauty Blender Pocket Powder Puff, dual-sided powder puff. So we're going to use that for this powder. So it says you can put like a finger in it and then you just dip this down in, I guess. Seems like a lot of powder. And then make sure there's no creasing and then just press it in. Okay, I don't like the packaging of this. I don't know if it's just like the way I'm dipping it down in. I don't know, but I don't like that. So maybe I need to go like creep on her cosmetics like Instagram page and see like the best way she goes about like doing the dip in like with her powder, because I feel like it's not, like it's too small for me to be, like it's too small to like reach down in. So I dumped it in here. We're gonna see if this goes any better. So I'm kind of putting this everywhere that I kind of get oily, and I do take my powder over my nose. Well, usually I do a liquid blush if I didn't have any liquid blush, so I'm not liquid blushing today. But it kind of sets that, but it also makes it look like I have makeup on my nose because I don't put anything on my nose. So it just kind of still looks like it balances with the rest of my face. All right. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard when you're using a bunch of new things to kind of figure out what you like and what you don't like. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the powder, I don't know if it's the puff. There's something that I'm not loving, and I'm not sure what it is that I'm not loving. So I do oftentimes, like before I got this, I would apply a loose powder with my damp beauty sponge just to really help everything set into my skin. And I do that because I have pretty oily skin naturally. Oily to combination skin, I would say, which is because of some of my like acne treatments and stuff. So I have pretty funky skin, like as far as like the products it needs and how everything's going to lay. So I use a lot of powders. I use creams and powders to make everything look natural on the skin, but I always set it a lot and use my damp beauty sponge a lot to just still make it look natural on the skin. So I'm not sure if that's what's throwing me off or if it's the loose powder that I think I like it. I'm not really sure. I will report back on that. I'm gonna go to my True Match here and just set the rest. Kind of dust off any excess translucent powder that we have there. It just kind of brings everything back together. I don't know. So how am I supposed to apply this? Do I use a brush? Do I use my puff? I'm like, when do I use my puff, you know? I'm gonna use the other side of my puff, which I may regret doing, I'm not sure. And I'm gonna go into the lightest two here. I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, like rub those. Oh, maybe I'll get a little peach. I'm just gonna press into my under eye. I think it's the puff. I think it's the puff that's throwing me off. Oh, and I put one in there that's too dark. Switching sides of the puff back to the pink side. Oh, okay, okay. That's looking better. Oh, I did myself a little dirty, I think. It's the puff. It's not her products. It's the puff that I think I'm struggling with. I look like a dang crackhead. So I'm just kind of putting this on the high points, I guess, to kind of keep everything blended. I don't know what I'm doing. That, I've looked better. I've had better looks. It's not my favorite. It kind of, I got a little dark like right in there. I need to do something. I need to like, maybe I can dust it away some maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. We're gonna let the under eye do its thing. And we are going to not touch this puff for a little while. She's kind of not on my good side at the moment. So typically what I do is before I actually do all of that setting, I do a little bit of a liquid blush. I really like the Milani liquid blush. She's much more sheer. I use this on like my no makeup days. And then I also like the ColourPop stick blushes. I really, really like those. But I wanted to use all new stuff today. So I got a new blush palette because I am almost out. I got this one in my Ipsy and it's the Lovecraft Beauty, and like she has seen the last of her days. Like she is down and out. So I love to use this. I'm a blush girl, and then I would top with a Milani blush, and I love Luminoso by Milani, which has like that shine to it, because I don't do a highlighter honestly. So that's why I like that. But I was like, you know what? Let's try a new blush. I'm gonna need something that doesn't have shine, because to just use the Milani blush is like too shiny for me in my skin. So this is the Tartelette Blush in Bloom. palette, and it's got 3 different shades in here, which is super cute. So I'm not sure which one we're gonna use today. I'm gonna grab my Morphe E4 brush. Look, what eye look are we doing today? I really am not going anywhere, but I think I'm gonna film another video after this. I'm gonna go for this one, I think. Maybe I'll do a little of them all, but I just want to see like pigmentation with just the one. What am I doing? Well, I'm blushing before I'm bronzering. This is out of order. Look, I'm throwing myself off whack. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit here, and then we're gonna go bronzer, and then we're gonna come back to blush. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, I don't know. Okay, ignore what I just did. So ignore what's on my face right now. There's a little bit of blush. I don't know what I was thinking. I think not having a liquid blush has thrown me off. I started to use my powder blush and I forgot to bronze. So I also got a new bronzer. I have been using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer as my like kind of regular just sun me up kind of. And then I also have been using, it's in a palette, but it's the Hoola Caramel Bronzer. So I wanted one that didn't have any shimmer, that wasn't in a palette, so I went for the Fenty Beauty. I got the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Islanding, which is number 4, and she is beautiful. I've never had anything from Fenty Beauty before, and packaging is top tier. So let's see how she is for pigmentation. This is just the I don't know what this brush is. I think I got it in my Ipsy box. So I'm keeping it kind of like on the one side a little more just till we see how pigmented she is. Okay. Which one, baby? Oh, I think I like it a lot, actually. Wow, yeah, I like that. So I am a bronzer girl, don't come for me. Wow, that's looking mighty orange on camera. It does not look that orange in real life. Let's just blend that out. Let's put her on the other side here. My dogs want to go see my mom. They're like crying at the door. I told them we'd go to Grammy's later. I had to get some work done first, and they don't understand what that means, so that's fun. It's okay. You don't have to cry. I'm just gonna do a little on the edges of my nose and kind of just bring it up under the brows. Okay, update. I really like this bronzer. It's looking a little more orange in my viewfinder. I'm not sure how it's gonna look on camera. Or I mean, I can like on my viewfinder it's looking a little orange. I'm not sure like once I edit it how everything will kind of balance out, but it is really, really nice. She's super blendable. You know how some bronzers, if there isn't a like if there's not a foundation underneath, like they don't blend quite as well. This one does not have that problem. It does well just like on skin over powder, moisturizer, that kind of thing. So 10 out of 10 there. Love that. Okay, we are going back to our blush now, and I'm going to actually dip into a couple different ones now that I see what the color of the bronzer looks like. I'm actually just gonna kind of go like through them, and I'm gonna start up here near the eye and bring it down. That is beautiful. This is much better. I was very thrown off. I don't know why I started doing blush before my bronzer. I think the lack of cream blush really was throwing me for a loop. So I actually, like I said, I go blush crazy, and I kind of put it everywhere. I like that, like, I've been in the sun, like, am I sun-kissed? Am I cold? Like, what am I? I think there's like, I've been doing this for years. I'm pretty sure it's like a trendy look on TikTok now where it's called like cold girl makeup. Girl, I've just been doing this because I like to look like I have color on my face. So here we are with that. I'm taking this annoying little puff thing that I think I hate, and just kind of cleaning up the edge with my bronzer a little, just kind of tapping the bridge of the nose, just kind of clean her up just a little bit, just because. So that's kind of how the base is looking. I think I like that. I think she's looking cute. So now I'm gonna wipe the powder off my lips because gross. Yeah, I think that's cute. I think my face is looking, I think she's looking cute. On camera, everything like this is like looking very shadowed. I think my lighting's throwing us off a little bit. In real life, like she's looking very nice. So this is the point where I will usually do my first set. And I have been obsessed with the Milani Make It Last. I found the jumbo one. I had the little one. Then I went to the store and I found this giant one. It's amazing. It's just, the sprayer is incredible. The set that it gives is incredible. I always raise my eyebrows so my lids don't crease. Okay, base is done. Now let's do brows, just because I don't do too much to my eyebrows. So I got this thing, and it definitely is not going to last long, which is only like, I think 10 bucks or something. It's the Tarte Sketch and Set brow. So one end is pencil and the other end is a setting gel, which is a super cool concept. However, there's not a ton of product in it. I think it's actually, and this thing is hard to get back in. Like that is all, I don't know if it's gonna focus on this. Like that's all the more pencil that's in it. Like it doesn't go up anymore. That's all the brow pencil that's in it. So a little bummed there, but in its defense, it did say it was a travel pencil. So, and I looked for it in a bigger size, but so I usually just fill in a little bit, just kind of give some like faux hairs over here. I'm trying not to do too much because I don't usually use a tinted brow gel. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna take my brow spoolie and just comb it up in and kind of through. So I'm used to using a clear brow gel, so I'll be curious to see how I like a tinted brow gel. We'll say that arch looks so much better now. Okay, so just a little fill there. And now let's see how the end is. This is also in the shade medium brown. I don't know if it's applying any product even. Oh, I think it is. I feel like it definitely isn't holding my brows where I want them to be. I did just trim them, so maybe that's why. But like I need these to stay up. They're not really staying up, so I'm not sure about this. I need to go change my battery. I will be right back. Okay, now we are going to try a new eyeshadow palette, which I am a die-hard Urban Decay Ultimate Basics lover. It's all I ever use if I'm not using bronzer. So this is, I have a high standard that this needs to meet. This is again the Tartelette Amazonian Clay Matte Palette. So this is, oh, if I can open it, this is what she looks like. She's cute. I feel like everybody and their brother already has this. I didn't because I don't use eyeshadows hardly at all. So I'm not really sure what eye look. I'm like, should I do my basic eye look just to see how she works for my needs? I think we should do that. Okay, these are like my standards. I don't really use you for my, like if I do my eyeshadow on that day. So I'm gonna go in first with the Morphe M441 brush, and in this like medium brown shade, pop her in the crease. I go for like a very low-key eye look. Like when I say low-key, I mean like low-key. There is one shade in it that I started using in the Ultimate Basics that's a little more like orangey, which this doesn't have. So I'm a little bummed about that, but I just started using that, so it's not like a deal breaker by any means. So then I'm gonna go in with, I don't even know what this is. It's completely worn off. Just a pretty dense, fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna pack that on the outer edge with just a hair of a deeper shade. I feel like this has a good bit of fallout. Maybe it's just because it's new, you know, sometimes like new shadows kind of are like that. I feel like there's a good bit of fallout here. So I'm gonna go into, oh, she's dark. I went too dark. I don't like that. That's great. That's freaking fabulous. Like I did it with my eyes shut, so that's great. And just put it on the inner. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty white. It's not, like shiny or sparkly. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Like it's completely matte, but she does brighten up, so I'll give her that. I don't know. It's just looking very messy to me, but my skin looks great. My skin is looking great, I will say. She's looking phenomenal, truthfully. So I'm gonna set one more time. I'm not loving the eyes, but so while that's drying, I'm just gonna go and do a little lip liner. This is my favorite one. It's the Sephora Nothing But Nude. I have a couple of them. And then I don't fill that in all the way. I just take my Burt's Bees pomegranate chapstick, fill that guy in. I'm just gonna hit this with my brush once more just to try to blend it out a little better because dang, those eyes are not looking great. I'm just gonna curl, put on some mascara. I will be right back. This is the final look. She's not great, but the job done, so I can't complain too much. With all of that being said, I appreciate you watching. I just keep looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, something's off and I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's whatever. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below. We have a lot of exciting news coming. It's like a matter of weeks until we announce it. We are really making progress there, so I'm so excited and I can't wait to share the new journey that we're getting ready to start with you. And with all that being said, my dogs are ready to go see Grandma. You're ready to go see Grandma? Yes. And that means it's time for me to go, so bye guys, see you next week.